In the previous video, we have completed the designing of the filter section. Now we want to design our car list item component, and for that we need the data and we need the car records basically. And to fetch that, we're gonna write some Apex code, and from that Apex method we're gonna call the data to our component. So let's go and try to achieve this. So I'm in my VS Code. I'll go and create the Apex class first. So I'll say create Apex class. I'll give the name of the controller, car controller. And now my controller is ready and it is under the classes folder. So I'll remove this and I'll say public static list of car underscore C, and I'll give my method name get cars, and it will return the list of car records. So I'll write the SQL query, and the query we are looking for is select ID name, then the price, description, category, picture URL, and so on. So I can paste it. I'll show you from where you will get these names. And what we are doing here is we are just writing the SQL query and we're asking to bring the ID, name, price, description, category, and the picture URL from the car underscore C object. And to know this field API name, you can go to the object manager. So in our org, if I go to the object manager in the fields and relationship, you can see the API names are here available, field names, that is make underscore C, or if we are using category, so we are using category underscore C. If we are using name, it's name. I can show you again. So name as it is, categories underscore C. And to make this method to be available in our Lightning Web component, we have to annotate it with the aura enabled. And as it's a get call, we can add the cacheable true as well. So now our method is ready. We can deploy this. And now we have to use this method in our component, that is car tile list. So let's go to that component. So the LWC folder, car list, car tile list. I'll go to JS and let's import this methods. So get cars from @Salesforce Apex, and then your class name, that is car controller, and your method name. So now we have imported it, and now we're gonna call this method. So for calling, I'm gonna use wire. I'll say call the get cars method, and right now we don't have anything to pass here, so we'll don't have to give anything as a wire adapter configuration. So here I'm going to use the wire as function. So I'll say cars handler, and it will give us the data as well as error. And here I'll say if data is coming, console the data, and if error is coming, console the error. So now our integration of Apex is ready. So let's deploy this component and see first whether we are getting the data in our component or not. So that data we can see in the console, and here instead of console.log we can write console.error. That is more meaningful here. So let's deploy this as well. So now it's deployed. Let's go back to our org. Let's go to the app. From the app launcher, car hub, I'll select this, and now I'll go to the console by right clicking and selecting inspect. I'll zoom it. You can see the 13 records are coming and if I open a single record, you can see have category, description, ID, price, name, and the picture URL. So now we are successfully able to fetch the data, and now we have to show this data on the component. So let's see how we can achieve that as well. So let's store this data in a property called cars, and here we can create a property cars, and then what we can do is we can store the data in this dot cars equal to data, and here I can store the error as well. So I'll create an error property, and I can store that error, the error. I'll say error dot message, but let's keep the error as it is. Okay, so now we have the data, and now in the next video we'll design our car tiles using this data. So I'll see you in the next video.